Welcome back, team. In this video, we learn about how important it is for a business entity to engage its stakeholders while developing a policy. Before starting stakeholder engagement related information, let us understand who is a stakeholder. A stakeholder can be a group or an individual who can affect or who can get affected by the products or services that are offered by the organization. Okay, it can be either way, like the person can affect the product or service, or the product will affect the person or the group. Okay, so this is a simple thing. So for example, a customer who is going to purchase the product, he will be getting affected because of the product. Okay, and the person who is producing the product, he will be affecting the product. Okay, so both are stakeholders. The person who is manufacturing it is a stakeholder, and the person who is using it is also a stakeholder. Based on the analysis, like when we come across several definitions that are related to the stakeholders, most common type of stakeholders of business include both internal and external entities, and they are suppliers, customers, government, financial institutes, creditors, and etc. Okay, stakeholders can be both internal and external, as it is mentioned earlier. Internal to the government and external industries. See, for example, if you take a organization, internal stakeholders are its employees, management, operational staff, all these people, and external stakeholders are maybe a government and other competitors and other some XYZ people who are going to influence the organization. So how these stakeholders can be identified? So there are several techniques that are used by the people to identify these stakeholders. A simple method is a brainstorming method, we ourselves assess and what kind of people can be engaged with our business, and based on that we decide these are our stakeholders. Most often while doing this, we also use some interview methods, questionnaires, and some information gathering techniques. Okay, so most common are say here it is mentioned, based on the power diagrams we can decide what kind of stakeholder he is, internal stakeholder or external stakeholder. We can also create some stakeholder issue relationship diagrams, whatever mentioned here. So these kind of some tools can be used to identify stakeholder. It's a typical, it's a complex process, but it looks very easy. We can identify who are our most important stakeholders, at least by simply analyzing it. Okay, so next, stakeholder categorization. There are different ways we do stakeholder categorization, as according to common methods that are mentioned by the Prince 2 project management methodology. Stakeholders can be upward, sideways, outwards, and downwards. It's a very simple thing. See, the stakeholders, like upwards means like the people who are at top level of the organization, sideways, subordinates, or like other important people who are working along with us, outwards, external environment, people, stakeholders who live in external environments, downwards, our subordinates, next level people who are working for the project. Okay, this is how we can decide about stakeholders. Okay, so then it is what is the, why it is important to include stakeholder participation. It offers those who will affect or affected by the outcomes a chance to voice their opinions. As it is mentioned in the previous video, it is very important to understand stakeholders because they are the actual consumers of the product, and if we listen to their opinions, it will definitely add value to success of the product that or service that is going to be implemented. It ensures that an organization has greater clarity and a shared vision amongst its influencers. So ultimately, when compared to most of the people, the ultimate influencer is stakeholder. When you understand him, then the kind of clarity we have about the product that we are going to manufacture will be high. It enables an organization to identify who their key stakeholders are and understand the relationship they have with the organization. This is a very special one. It is very important to understand the kind of relationship stakeholders have with the organization. Based on that, we decide the kind of influence he's having on the product they are or service they are going to manufacture. It brings people together to pool knowledge, experience, and expertise to create solutions. Definitely, when a customer centric methods are applied by the organizations, customers give a lot of excellent feedbacks to the organizations. Maybe it can be feasible, it sometimes it is not feasible, but when they give feasible solutions, they are going to create wonders for the organization. Customers are best people to give suggestions related to the products because they actually use your products. It helps build collaborative partnerships and new relationships which generates value. It identifies strategies to gain competitive advantage. Definitely. So when customer engagement is increased, the possibility of creating more reliable products and more acceptable products by the organization will increase. If the other organizations are not using this kind of strategies, definitely it's going to be high competitive advantage for the organization. It also helps to reduce the risk level of risk within the organization and improve governance. These are some of the most important benefits because of which most of the organizations focus on stakeholder engagement in various aspects. It is not only about the development and implementation of the products. In many ways, they take suggestions of the stakeholders. Hope you guys understood. That's it all about stakeholder engagement. It's a very simple and small chapter. It mostly speaks about why understanding consumer is important, or like why stakeholders should be understood. Got it, guys? All the best, do good, give best of out of yourself. Right? See you.